Moving on to public comment. Need a Derek second.
Dean K. There, second, 308 West Street, 30-year taxpayer, falsely removed chief. I'm a man that does not appreciate lies, false accusations said about me. I've served my country honorably. I've served my community honorably. One person, multiple people, who had the need to make false reasons to remove me from the department that I've served for 25 years angers me. You've taken a person with true passion to help the community and turn that passion into true hatred. The people that would do this or let this happen. This council has been given a month to sort out and get to the root of the false accusations against me. I have not yet seen anything. Let me help you. My determination, there was no discussion about problems. I quote, the minute I walked in, you are terminated as chief, and we will no longer need your services in the fire department, end quote. Because I didn't deal with a personnel issue that the director was made aware of, and he didn't want to deal with it. Need I remind you that I was removed from administration duties on August 19, 2021, from the position of public safety director was made by the personnel committee. Then the second comment in my termination was, I quote, you caused him to lose money because of a Beck t-shirt deal, end quote. This accusation is slanderous and is totally a defamation of character, being that has been brought to light as a total lie since my termination. I would think that someone would retract or made it public or even private apology. It seems that as the statement came from an officer of the law and would have been investigated for facts before using it in my termination. I would advise the council to take action immediately, remove both Mike Lance and the city manager, Jeff Gray, for major misconduct and falsely accusing me of wrongdoing. I believe that this is a revenge termination by the city manager for speaking out against him in 2021. And Lance was the puppet for the show. It strikes me weird that the city manager would say, I quote, or the city mayor said, and I quote, relationship between the fire department and the city will never change until Dean is out, end quote. Termination is premeditated, false, and lies. At last council meeting, the council would not speak to personal issues, but your city manager will talk about it at the Rotary meeting. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that there was not 100% support for the removal by council. It is time that the council get the facts of the issue before someone else has to. And Lance, I've been evaluating you. You left the garage door open on your police department and responded to a call. And let's not overlap anymore. We're not covering all 3 shifts. And regarding my evaluation, you have no certification in the state of Michigan for my job title. For you to evaluate me means nothing. And that's why you had to make the things up.
Don Lawless.
My name's Don Lawless. I run Our Lives Matter on Facebook. I have approximately 121,000 followers. I was a past fireman for 16 years. I started out in Litchfield. I ran many calls with Chief Dean Adair. So I would like to say Chief Dean Adair is one of the hardest working fire chiefs I have ever met. The city has lost a great asset not only to the department but to the citizens as well. I've known Chief Adair for a few years as I was a firefighter for 16. Not under his leadership, but we worked on a few calls together. He gave us sweat and tears for 25 years just to get a slap in the face as a disgrace, and the city manager and city council should reverse their decision. And I do believe that the city manager should resign due to office conduct immediately. And I stand with Chief Dean Adair.
Chad Wolf?
My name is Chad Wolf. I live on Jonesville Road, Moscow Township. Just a little bit of history behind me. I don't live in the city, but Jonesville has always been my home. My wife and I and both of my kids are K through 12 graduates of Jonesville. I volunteer with a handful of community service organizations within Jonesville, and I do not speak on their behalf tonight. I'm just letting you guys know that what I have witnessed and what where I live, what I do should hold some relevance tonight. As a Boy Scout leader, we could always count on Dean for anything and everything that we needed done to help promote our youth organization, our leadership organization, whether it was volunteering for special events or merit badges or other things. I truly do, from what I've seen, I truly do feel as though he was wrongfully terminated based on personal issues that you guys have to sort out on your own. I know from where I live, we could always count on Jonesville to be support to Moscow Township Fire Department. I've seen it several occasions, a handful of them where Jonesville actually beat them there, but I just hope that you guys understand by not having Dean lead your fire department that I feel that the community's not as safe as it once was. I just don't agree with your guys' decision. I do implore all of the citizens of the city, all the voting citizens, next elections, guys, I can't vote, but next elections, incumbents need to go. And I will challenge every one of you guys to do that. I truly do feel that this termination was wrong. He's been an asset to this entire county and beyond his entire career. So I'm saddened in what has happened to what I call my hometown.
Robert R. I can't make out the last name.
I think it's Mr. Finnegan.
Michigan?
Sorry.
I'll yield my time. I agree with what's been said here, so I'm in support of Dean as our fire chief.
Lisa Adair.
Lisa Adair, 308 West Street, Jonesville, city resident, taxpayer. What is the meaning of the word interim? Interim is a Latin adverb meaning in the meantime. Inter means between. Interim is the time between. You can use it as a fancy way of referring to a time you squeeze something in. Interims are brought into an organization on a temporary basis to fill a temporary skill shortage. On February 7th, 2023, during a special council meeting, Mr. Lance was brought back to serve up to 2 years to give the city time to find a suitable public safety director. Manager Gray said bringing him back would make for an easy transitional period given the short notice of Edder's leave. Lance will have administrative duties over the fire department in the interim, as he is not a Michigan certified firefighter and will not be able to respond to fire calls with the fire department. This was an article published in the Hillsdale Daily News, February 10th, 2023. We are 7 months into that 2 years already. Are we even looking? Please educate me as to where this is advertised. I can't find it on MCOL's or the city website. According to the staff directory by department, we have 2 full-time officers and 2 part-time officers. The public safety page states that the city has 3 full-time officers and 4 patrol officers that provide Jonesville residents with round-the-clock police protection. This is wrong. We seem to have a hard time finding, hiring, and retaining officers. Is there a problem? The city is going unprotected without police coverage way too often. I do believe that we pay taxes for police coverage. Maybe we all need a refund. It's time to wake up.
Dean Adair?
Don't start your clock yet. My name is Dean K. Adair, Senior, 207 Drayton Street, Jonesville, Michigan, 60-year resident and 60-year taxpayer. Mayor, City Council, City Manager, and fellow citizens, I would like to publicly thank Councilman Grider for his support for Chief Adair and the Jonesville Fire Department during the August meeting. Councilman Grider was the only person to do so and affirm an absolute statement regarding his concern for the safety of our community and the action taken regarding the termination of Chief Adair. I find it ironic that a newly elected councilperson with no political ties or evidence of cronyism spoke up with a quality seldom found called common sense. If you'd like to raise your hand so people know who you are, that's up to you. So here is our current situation. The city, for all practical purposes, has a depleted fire department. 3 firefighters, including Chief Adair, are no longer in service. All 3 live within 3 to 5 minutes from the fire station. Others are located in various places in and around the city. They're doing the best that they can, but not always able to respond due to their employment. Apparently, the current safety director is also the interim fire chief, who admits that he has no knowledge or certifications regarding firefighting. Moreover, I believe he lives at least an hour away and is only here for 4 days per week. So we are now left to believe the termination of Chief Adair has resolved an issue put forth by the mayor, city manager, city council, and safety director, stating that Chief Adair is not capable of strong leadership of the fire department. 25 years of experience and commitment to this community was never a problem with 2 previous city managers until Mr. Gray's arrival. In my opinion, the termination of the fire chief is an act of vindictive retaliation and wrongful dismissal orchestrated by the city manager. Don't count on mutual aid from Litchfield or Hillsdale. How long will it take them to get to your fire issue, car accident, or heart attack? These departments have their own service areas. As a taxpayer, I want to know that a fire department and law enforcement will be there in a timely manner. I'm currently doubtful. 2 years ago, I spoke at a meeting like this. I stated that I believe the city leadership seemed to be acting in a manner that questioned the want or need for a fire department. Instead of support, it was constant micromanaging, refusing wage adjustments, and potential COVID hazard pay that was available for the first responder. The fire chief and assistant was accused of acting on a whim regarding the purchase of a fire truck. In my opinion, this all goes back to a current struggle with a contentious city manager supported by an obliging city council. So we pay our taxes, we get an interim part-time police department and a depleted fire department. There is little hope in the future of attracting new applicants to either. This city manager, mayor, and council have created this mess, and the citizens of Jonesville deserve an explanation and a corrective plan of action. I saw a post on Facebook from a prominent citizen asking why the council didn't support me. I would suggest you attend a council meeting and you will find very little discussion, no vigorous debates, and almost no questions. I view this current council as simply a rubber stamp for the city manager and mayor. Just like the council meetings, you sit back and never question or speak out about an important decision made by the city manager and mayor. There's an old saying, when everyone is in agreement, someone is not thinking. Councilman Grider brings us hope for change, and we need more individuals like him. When you vote for council positions coming up, make sure you are not adding to the rubber stamp crew. Secondly, the next mayor is the key to eliminating this city manager, who in my opinion is toxic for this community. My guess is someone on this current council will run for mayor. I won't be voting for them unless it's Councilman Greider. In my opinion, Chief Adair was not terminated because of performance issues. It was the city manager's personal agenda. He just needed a covert way to do it, and he found it in the safety director. Just like the bank employee who was silenced 2 years ago because of a disagreement with the city manager. Thank you, Councilman Greider, for your service to this community. Just one other thing. When a person calls in and they request a special meeting so that they can defend themselves against allegations, and your mayor says, do you really want to air your dirty laundry? That's your mayor.